Hi, it's Justina here from A Flight of the Phoenix Holistic Therapy. I just made a little post today about one of my beliefs on setting boundaries and my needs not being met. And I felt like I wanted to share a bit of kind of personal story because it is related to me, and maybe you struggle with the same belief. So. It's actually current thing. I often encounter situations where I ask for something and I'm polite and nice about it and kind of I'm expressing my need and what I require, but yet my voice is being dismissed or unheard. And I really have to yell and push and get angry and really explode for people to react to what I really want. Um, and after analyzing my needs and my requests and um, kind of boundaries, I come to conclusion that yes, my requests and needs are not irrelevant and they are valid and um, they're not unrealistic, so I know it. I know I deserve them. I'm worthy of them, but yet my reality not always reflects that. And somehow my perception focuses on that negativity and creates more of evidence on showing me on that yes, your boundaries aren't met, your needs aren't heard. Um, And I kind of wanted to hear on this call, on this video, explore this further. So I want to share my screen, kind of to show what I've posted. So as you can see, I I ask a question here about the boundaries, and I kind of created this post on the steps how we can challenge this belief. So let's start with the first point, reflect on where the belief comes from. I know exactly where my belief comes from. It comes from my childhood trauma. I'm come from Poland. I grew up in a kind of home where children's kind of were just to play and be seen. But really, we were quite disciplined, and um, and our voice wasn't really important. It's just something that was normal in 80s or 90s, especially in Poland during communism. I mean, people have bigger problems than you crying about something. So obviously, yes, it's possible that this kind of created belief that I better stay quiet, I better not voice my opinion or my boundary because there are more important things. I do not matter at this point. So that belief could have stayed with me. So it is relating to my childhood trauma or my experiences from childhood without going deep into everything. And then obviously, how do I want to examine this? So I already know that it is from my childhood. I can connect with my body and feeling in the age I make that decision that this is gonna be my belief from now on. And you can do that too. But then how can we change it? And to change, we want to challenge it. We want to challenge this belief, right? So, is this really true? Is it always the case that our beliefs, our boundaries, or our needs aren't met as you grow older and you review all your life experiences and situations and relationships with different people, is it really true that all the time your needs were unmet or your boundaries were crossed? And then find those examples where you were actually respected just for who you are. You've been heard, and kind of focusing your attention on and even and perception on this positive idea that yes, I have an example when people actually heard what I gave me what I wanted, and I didn't have to cry, and I didn't have to stomp, and I didn't have to act out. So once you find those beliefs, it's not just that easy. Sorry, not beliefs. Once you find those examples where someone did meet your boundary, and did show your respect and did respect your need, then you kind of have to focus your attention on those and then try to build what do I actually want? What boundaries do I want to set? If I don't have them in place, how can I set them? And maybe write it down, talk it out. What do I need? What boundaries do I have? How do they connect to my values? How would I want people to respond to me? And then once you learn what you actually want to set, how you want to communicate, you start implementing that those boundaries, and you communicate them clearly and refine more in the simplest way how to be heard without need, respectfully, without need of screaming or yelling or stomping or crying. So it's important to know that your worth is not connected at all to how people treat you. You are worthy. It's you're right. It's absolute truth. And a lot of us have a belief around I'm not enough. Therefore, I do not deserve respect. Not easy to change that beliefs. It takes a moment there, but once you do believe in yourself and once you start setting those boundaries, you create positive affirmations of that I am worthy, I am enough, I am creating reality where my needs are met and boundaries are honored. You can keep creating those affirmations. You can write them down for tangible effect. I'm more tactile person, so I need to write things down, look at it, to understand it, to absorb it. I need to say it out loud. Remember that a lot of stuff that was said to us where we were children was obviously aloud. Someone screamed or said aloud something to us that created fear, maybe, and then a protection, coping mechanism, survival, and we made a decision based on as a reaction to that verbal comment. So we want to reverse this by saying it to ourselves out loud. Yeah, I don't want to digress more, but it comes to my mind that we often hear voice in our head. That voice is not ours. It might be our parent, our sibling, person of authority that says to us things. And we hear those things all the time. They stay with us, but we can actually change that narrative. We can change the story. We can change how we speak to ourselves. So yes, but this is by doing some positive affirmations. Words have power. Then recognizing who is really in your surrounding circle that is respectful towards your needs, towards your boundaries. Who are those people? Nurture relationships with them. And for those who are not able to respect your boundaries, maybe it's time to walk away. Maybe they are not or shouldn't be part of your life anymore. We all changing, we all growing, and people who used to be our friends might not like this new version of us, of who we are now. Therefore, it's okay that those relationships don't last. Sometimes people stay with us for a moment, sometimes for a decade, sometimes for a lifetime. And it's okay when things finish or run their course. So yes, choose your surrounding supportive people wisely. You want to have those around you who uplift you, who support you, who respect you. You don't need people in your life who constantly break the rules. And you have the right to change the rules because you're growing. So you will constantly evolve. And this is normal. Cool. Practice make progress. Yes, we learn in two ways. We learn via via shock and via repetition. So we make a lot of our decisions based on traumatic events. So something shocked us and we made the decision. But less shocking and invasive way is repetition. Example would be I'm from Poland and I used to speak my mother tongue often. Therefore, I would have no problem in kind of expressing myself in that language. However, since I left Poland almost 20 years ago, and I don't use this language regularly, my first language is now English. I think in English, I dream in English. I constantly surround myself with people who speaks English. I read in English as well. I speak it all the time. Therefore, I practice it every day. Is it perfect? No, um, but it's a progress. I lost ability to speak Polish a little bit. I forget words, or I learned words that were not in my vocabulary back in the day when I was in Poland. So kind of those pathways are a little bit weaker if it goes to my Polish language. However, if I would go back to Poland and live there, work there, and so on, it would come back to me. But yeah, repetition makes things more subconscious. So you repeat, build a habit. And that's another thing. Building a habit requires time. We need anchors. It's not something that happens overnight. Yes, so it's important to remember that we are work in progress and that healing and learning and growing is a part of our life. It may take some time to reverse the decisions that we have made when we were small. but we all collectively have a right to change, to grow, to set new boundaries, to surround ourselves with new people, be in a new environment, and keep learning and changing, improving and growing. That never stops. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to stop recording. Thank you for listening. If you spend some time here with me, I'm very grateful, and hopefully see you soon.